Hello, and welcome to How to Use Google Hangouts. Hopefully you've enjoyed our Google tutorials thus far. Today I will cover how to use Google Hangouts, creating a Hangout, screen sharing, and chatting. We are glad you have joined us. I'm looking forward to our session. Let's get started. Let's start with our overview. First we'll define what the Google Hangout is. Next we'll cover the tutorial objectives. We will next discuss what the Google Hangout features are. I'll show you how to start and use a Google Hangout. I'll also show you how to use the screen share feature while in the Hangout, and use the chat feature while you're in your Hangout. And we'll conclude with the summary of the information covered. Now I'll cover what the objectives are. The first objective is to gain a working knowledge of Google Hangouts. Second objective is to create and invite others to a Google Hangout. The third objective is how to use the screen share and chat applications. This is relatively straightforward, and I'm excited to be teaching you these skills. So what is a Google Hangout? Google Hangout is a multi-layered social network used to video chat, share media, collaborate on files, and chat via typing. Who can use Google Hangouts? Anyone. It's free to use Google Hangouts. All you need to do is have a valid Google Plus account and a willingness to explore Google application family. It's entirely up to the user how they want to use Google Hangout. Let's talk about Google Hangout features. There are a couple of features available that will not be covered during this tutorial. I would encourage you to explore them. That being said, let's move on to our Google Hangout features. Hangouts are places used to facilitate group video chat. There's a maximum of 10 people participating in a single session. This is a great option to manage how many users you want to participate. Hangout at any point in time, however, anyone on the web could join the Hangout if it is made public. Even the president has used Google Hangout. Other features include screen share, which allows the participants to view your screen, for example, documents and YouTube videos. The chat feature also allows you to communicate by text while in the Hangout mode. All participants of Hangout must have a Google Plus account, as mentioned. To find out more about the Hangouts, visit their Google website, www.google.com. Prior to using the Hangout, you first have to be logged in your Google Plus account. Once logged on, you will be brought to this screen now displayed. To start a Hangout session, simply click the Home button, arrow, and drop-down menu will appear. Once the drop-down menu is displayed, scroll down to the Hangouts tab and click. This will direct you to the Hangout window, displayed on the right side of the screen. Click on the Hangout button in the upper right hand corner. You can use pre-existing names or enter a name, email address, or circle to begin your Hangout. Your Hangout partner will receive a message to connect. Once he accepts the invitation, you will be connected and you can begin your Hangout. Now that we've established a Hangout, let's move on to the screen share feature. The vertical control panel will display on the left side of the screen the apps that are available during the Hangout. Select the screen share button, which is green. This will allow your screen to be seen by everyone in your Hangout. When complete, select the screen share button to end the session. Now let's move on to our next feature using the chat box. The same apps displayed on the left side will be used. Select the chat button, which is blue, along the left side of the screen. The chat box will appear in the lower right-hand corner. You can chat during your Hangout session. This is a great feature which allows you to communicate via text without interrupting the conversation of your Hangout. Congratulations! This concludes our Google Hangout tutorial. Here's a summary of what we discussed during our session. We talked about what Google Hangout is, We discussed Google Hangout features, although there are others I encourage you to explore. I demonstrated how to start and use a Hangout, demonstrated how to use the screen share feature while in a Hangout, and also how to use the chat feature while you're in a Hangout. I hope you enjoyed our presentation. We'll take the time to use Google Hangout to communicate with your friends, families, and others. Thank you.